Hello and welcome to So Good We Named It, the first Golden Girls and Golden Palace podcast. And to my knowledge, the first Golden Girls or Golden Palace podcast with Black hosts. I'm Barrett.
And I'm Kay.
And we have a very extra special guest today on the show. Would you like to introduce yourself and plug your many, many ventures?
Oh, sure. I am H. Allen Scott / Sadie Pines. Well, to people listening, they know me from Out on the Lanai, which is the Golden Girls podcast that we did and do for years and years and years and years now. And I also, Sadie Pines is my drag character, which is inspired by the Golden Girls. So when I meet you two lovely people at Golden Girls Con in a few weeks, I will not look like the schlub that sits before you on a Zoom today. I will look much more gorgeous, unless you see me backstage, and then you'll see me in Crocs.
Much more.
Yes.
I didn't realize that you and Sadie were the same person for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't realize that.
I
think it was when they announced it.
I am noticing, I was talking with my boyfriend about this a lot recently, where if I take off my glasses or if I change anything about myself, I look completely different in every other like people ask people at the airport, they don't believe that I'm on my ID because I look like I shave my eyebrows or I've gained weight or whatever, and they don't think I'm the same person. So like, I think I'm just a chameleon.
Well, that means that your drag is just that great if you
or that we could go with that. Let's stick with that.
Yes, that's what we're gonna say.
Yeah.
The episode we picked was the Mr. Terrific because people hate it and I don't know why.
I liked it.
I know why they hate it. I get why they hate it, but I don't hate it, but I know why they do. Do you know what I mean?
Why?
Well, why? Why is such a loaded question? It's because it's ridiculous. It involves like a character that we don't know and we have no past relationship with, and there's no real setup for who this person is and why he's important to us. And basically the entire episode revolves around him, which is sort of like, it's jarring for, I think, a Golden Girls fan who wants like Golden Girls. Like, we want a Golden Girls storyline, not a Mr. Terrific storyline. It doesn't, I think in some ways it throws people off. Now for me, I love when the girls get crazy and things start going insane and like there's mayhem. And I particularly love an episode that involves a storyline that I don't really care that much about, which is the Mr. Terrific storyline. But it always then happens that Blanche has an amazing storyline. Like Blanche's whole bed issue in this episode is so funny, so ridiculous. So many great jokes come from it. Like, so when one doesn't work, the other one works. It works that way a lot.
I feel like it wasn't the worst, it wasn't the best, but I feel like it doesn't deserve the amount of hate that it gets. Like, it's so high on the hate list. I'm like, there's so many worse episodes.
Yeah.
Why is this? But I guess that's right. He is in it a lot, and he's kind of dull
in
too.
It a lot.
He's not even great.
He is annoying.
And he's not even a real celebrity, I don't think. Like, is he somebody known like that?
He was a character actor. He was on a bunch of stuff, but he's not known. He's no like, I don't know. Trying to think of
he's not Dick Van Dyke.
He's not Dick Van Dyke. Thank you. Yeah,
Leslie Nielsen or something like that.
Totally.
For him to get a whole episode.
No, he's not. He didn't get Emmy shortlisted for this one.
Exactly. The whole conceit, like the show looks terrible. The show itself. Were I a child in the 80s, I don't think I would watch. Well, I was a child in the 80s, I guess.
It was the 80s. Did you remember Bozo? How terrible Bozo was?
I didn't watch Bozo. Bozo was terrifying. Was terrifying.
I loved it though.
Horrible. He was horrible. Do you remember the Bozo?
Awful.
Bozo was just throwing balls and buckets, just
everywhere.
Balls and buckets, just so many balls. Oh my God, you're giving me a flashback to. It was on, what was it on?
WGN.
WGN. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Chicago.
WGN.
And we had it in St. Louis where I'm from. And so I would watch it every morning. And then I remember one year my dad took us to some convention thing and Bozo was there. And my dad would not let me go up to meet Bozo because he wanted me to meet some other dumb kid star old man. And I was like, this is a dumb old man. I want to meet Bozo. Look at him. He's
I wanted
over there.
to be on the show. I wanted to throw the ball.
Well, you're from Chicago. You could have been.
My parents.
Chicago's very own. That's what they say. And they mentioned Bozo in this episode. And Sophia says, I'm talking to Bozo.
Bozo was.
I didn't know it was that national like that.
Bozo was.
Yes.
Bozo. What's his name? Some famous people were Bozos. Like there were like the weatherman on the Today Show was a Bozo the Clown, and I think someone else really famous was
Willard
Bozo the Clown.
Scott.
Yeah, Willard Scott was Bozo the Clown. I'm gonna find out. Bozo the Clown, famous people.
I'm learning a lot today.
Yeah, a lot of people were bozos.
Yeah.
Watch out
and
enough,
still
Wicked.
are
We're
to
the
this
salary.
day.
It's still around. Bozo's still around?
Is
No,
it?
I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
I was like, wow, he's really going strong.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like it. I guess I like high production quality even as a child. And it wasn't enough for me.
Well, this episode did have, I mean, yeah, you're right. Children's things, you need high production quality. I agree. I want Disney. But in this episode, like this particular episode had very high production value because of the whole they had a whole different set built. Like two different sets.
That was in my notes. Like we have a new diner.
Yeah.
We have the exterior of this building.
Yeah.
We have the sound stage.
This man got so much just for one dumb character.
I feel like maybe was this supposed to be a backdoor pilot like Empty Nest as much as they were forcing this on us? I don't know. Yeah. But the actual like production of the show within the show, like the set was decent, but his costume, there was a lot of rainbows. Is he an LGBTQIA icon?
Oh, well.
Because there was rainbows everywhere on his set. I don't know if that was...
Yeah, I don't know.
Rainbows, they're happy and they're fun, and kids like happy, fun stuff.
Maybe I'm looking at it from my gay goggles.
It kind of reminded me of you remember Mrs. Doubtfire? I did think of that.
He
worked on a children's show, and like the children's show that they watch in the middle of the movie where he like takes it over and becomes Mrs. Doubtfire on the show or whatever. I don't know. I
would have watched that.
Yeah, I would have watched that one, but the Mr. Terrific reminded me a lot of that sort of children's show from Mrs. Doubtfire.
And overall, I mean, it was just weird in general. They didn't even break up at the end, but then we never hear.
Were they ever really together? Even like,
well, she's
were they ever
Honey and all of this. I thought it was interesting in the beginning. Dorothy's like, Rose, you're gonna go out with this guy that you barely know, as if they have not all done that multiple times, ready to marry people, move across the country.
Yeah,
like, geez, Dorothy.
Yeah.
But he's Mr. Terrific. Like, why would you not?
Also, I mean, the missed opportunity for like the dick jokes that could come from, or the sex jokes that could come from Mr. Terrific was like the whole episode. I'm just like, I was just waiting for someone to say something, but they didn't, unfortunately. But there were plenty of other sex jokes because of Blanche's bad issues.
Right off the bat, when she's like, well, I don't think the woman was interested in that. And which, Dorothy, she could be a lesbian, Dorothy, you don't assume. And Sophia's like, oh, there's a lot of switch hitters, which is that a thing people said back then? Switch hitters?
It is.
Yeah, it was.
Probably not the most evolved word to use these days.
And then this whole thing with the bed, I didn't love that storyline. I felt like it was kind of...
Oh, really?
I like the jokes, but as a whole B story, all about this bed that we never see. Assuming she keeps that bed, why do we never see it?
Yeah, they spent all the money on the crane to lift up Rose and
I
Mr.
guess
Terrific.
So. And she's the only one that does not have a headboard of all the girls. I don't know if it's because it was always getting a head put through it and getting broken. She really just has a bed frame and a mattress. She doesn't even have a real bed set. And I was excited. I think when I first saw this, I was like, ooh, we'll finally get to see this big bed, or maybe the next episode. And then we just...
I can't imagine Blanche changing her bed, because her bed is that beautiful sort of, I mean, at least the bedspread on it is that beautiful sort of banana leaf.
Which I have one like that, actually.
Leads from the ceiling.
Plug it.
And I had how she has the little plants behind it in my last apartment. I had decals to imitate that. I had the whole Blanche Devereaux bedroom thing going on. Don't have that now, and I kind of probably ruined the paint, but don't tell my old landlord. But I also thought it was like it was a lot of weird lines, like Dorothy coming in, oh, I'm Mrs. Severely Depressed. Geez, way to bring down the party, Dorothy. You just met the guy.
Well, I mean, that's Dorothy.
Classic Dorothy. And then he offers her a job on a kid's show from meeting her, and she's saying how depressed she is. And it's yet another example of Dorothy taking somebody's job when they get her hired somewhere.
That's true. That's true. You're very right about that. I didn't think about that. She does steal quite a bit of jobs.
And then she's on TV again. Like, how many times is Dorothy going to be on TV? She did the pizza commercial. She's on Jeopardy. She's on Wake Up Miami.
Well, she's very tall.
Grab that dough.
She's very tall, and people love tall people on television.
Maybe that's what it is. Her height. She did okay in the little scene that they had. She was doing okay, Mrs. School Teacher. It was, I don't know how I felt about, how do you say it? Kolak. I wrote it down so I didn't mess up. Kolak sexually harassing her. Like he flashed his dick at her
The little
on a
monkey
kid
thing.
show.
The little
And
monkey
she does
thing.
her famous whoa. And I'm just like, is this okay? Everyone on this show
I mean,
that's
it's
fine.
definitely not okay because she was not consenting. However, if I was in that situation, I probably would have rolled with it. I would have worked it into my bit. You know what I mean? I would have done something with it. Not literally.
I
Thank you.
expected a stagehand to step in at some point, but no one said anything. They just like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the 80s for you, I guess.
Yeah.
You look at Pee-wee's Playhouse, you know, he was exposing himself. So
well,
not on the show.
Not on the show.
Not on the show.
It was in
I'm
movie
waiting for
theater.
someone to do a Pee-wee documentary that brings justice back to Pee-wee because Pee-wee, I think, gets a lot of undue hate for something that was done in a theater that other people were all of the like mind. It was a porn theater where people were doing certain things.
What did they think they were doing in there?
Exactly. So it wasn't like he was it wasn't like he was at a viewing of Beauty and the Beast is all I'm saying.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Justice for Pee-wee.
Yes, justice for Pee-wee. He's great.
I love Pee-wee's
that episode.
I love Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Shout out to Large Marge.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
So if you want to come on the show, Pee-wee, anytime, or what's his real name?
Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubens.
Yeah.
We'd love to see you at Goldencon. Stop by our booth. We don't have anything to sell, but we might still be there.
Oh yeah, what are you guys going to be doing at your booth?
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out. I was talking to the man upstairs who's all in charge, and I was giving him some ideas. But I don't know. I do sell vintage like jewelry and accessories and stuff. And I was like, maybe I can just bring that and be like dressed like a Golden Girl.
Do you have any jewelry for larger women?
Is jewelry specific to size?
For me. For Sadie, jewelry that is large. Yes, it's very specific for size because those little tiny stud earrings do not work on someone as large as me.
True. You have to wait till Disney unveils its Dumbo line, as Dorothy said.
Yes, that's what I need. I need Dumbo line jewelry. But
I'll at least bring them to the hotel. Maybe they'll be
okay. Wonderful.
Good enough.
Wonderful.
I wanted to look up in Matt Browning's The Definitive Golden Girls Cultural Reference Guide, available now. They had a reference that I didn't get. I didn't who's Jack Kemp. I assume he's some type of politician. Let's look it up and see. Because do you know who he is?
Jack Kemp. He wasn't he? He was like a senator or something, wasn't he?
I don't understand the full context.
I don't know. I was born in the 90s, so I can't.
Yeah, Jack.
This is not a paid endorsement.
He was like a football player, I think, too. Football player and politician.
Jack Kemp 204. Let's see. I'm excited.
As you read the glossary.
I have. How else are you gonna find out? You got to look in the back so you know where to go. Okay.
Go ahead.
We'll sit here. We're fine.
Right. Go ahead.
Rose says he was signing autographs in an empty storefront that used to be Jack Kemp's campaign headquarters.
Yeah.
So it says Jack Kemp is a Republican politician who worked in the administration of George H.W. Bush after failing to clinch the nomination himself in 1988. So basically, he was somebody that tried to run for president and lost, and they turned his storefront into Mr. Terrific's autograph venue. So thank you, Matt Browning, because I had no idea who that was.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you,
Much
Matt.
appreciated.
Much obliged.
Yeah.
They also referenced Angie Dickinson.
Oh,
Blanche,
we know an Angie Dickinson.
Here, she was her stand-in.
Yeah.
Was she that big? Like I really don't know if she is outside the show.
Angie Dickinson was big. Yeah. I mean, I don't know a lot about her career, but she was definitely sort of like I want to say like a Rat Pack era type, woman who was just sort of like a showwoman, a showgirl in a lot of ways.
And for her to be mentioned twice, I feel like there might have been a third time too.
Well, she also was gorgeous. I believe she was this like beautiful redhead.
Let me Google her.
Yeah, I think she was a redhead.
You don't have the book handy, Kate?
Don't do that.
Let's see.
You have like all the copies.
I have more than I should of everything Golden Girls related. So let's see. Angie Dickinson.
And she was also like in a show, some show about cops. I remember reading something about that.
And Gun the Man Down. Yikes.
Oh, okay. Well,
oh,
she was gorgeous.
A 6-decade career.
6 decades. Well,
look at her. She was beautiful. Can y'all see her?
Angie Dickinson. I mean, you can understand why Blanche would want to look like Angie Dickinson.
Yeah.
If she's still alive, I would love to see her at Goldencon. If she is still with us, she'd probably be like 100. So perhaps.
I don't know.
No, I think she might have died, but I could be wrong.
R.I.P. Shout out to Angie Dickinson.
I don't know if she is alive. Hello.
Okay, did y'all just kill this lady? No, she died in 2007.
If you're still with us.
She passed in 2007.
Okay, so I don't feel horrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also have this is yet another example where apparently weeks have passed because Blanche is like, oh, I've had this bed 3 weeks. Really? 3 weeks have passed in this episode? Like they just fly through.
They do that a lot. I mean, if in a season of the Golden Girls, it's really like 4 years.
That's what I think. Like, what is the time frame here? Like, Rose went to rehab for a month. Like, they just say it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And I maybe I'm a crook, but if I got the bed by mistake, I just what a blessing from the Lord above and keep it moving. I'm not gonna.
This happened to me recently with a pair of shoes. Oh. So I went and I bought a very expensive pair of shoes. And then they didn't have what I needed in the store, which they never have what I need in the store. I don't know why. Maybe I'm difficult. But so they said they were going to ship it to me, right? Weeks go by. The shoes do not manifest. There are no shoes coming to my apartment. I'm very frustrated because they're expensive shoes. I want my shoes. And so I go to the store and I'm like, what's happening? And then they're giving me all these things. And I'm like, I want a refund. I want a refund. So I leave feeling very validated that I got my money back. And then what happens the next day?
You got your shoes.
I got my shoes. So the moral dilemma then started. Do I tell them I got my shoes? Or do I just say that this was payment for the stressful 3 weeks that I was waiting for the shoes? I don't know.
Right, the agony.
Maybe I'm a horrible person.
What did you do?
I kept the shoes. I kept the shoes.
You should have. Did you tell them that you got the shoes?
No, I did not.
I probably wouldn't have either.
Yeah. Nope, they don't because I intentionally did not say the brand or name or where I bought them.
Smart.
She knows these things
all the time.
Yeah.
My Amazon stuff, I'll be like, I didn't get it. Give me a refund immediately. And then I see it's like around the corner in the lobby. I'm like, oh.
And you bought like a back scratcher, and it's like you got a back scratcher for free. Good. Like you.
I just feel like this is my my protest for consumerism and capitalism in this country.
Yeah.
Come on with your Karen shit.
I mean,
I am a bit of a Karen. I did have the district manager from Home Goods call me today because of a complaint, but that's not the point.
Because you're ridiculous.
Wait, no. I need to stay on this for a minute. So
I thought we were going to skate past it.
You complained to Home Goods about what?
Yes. So when I went in the other day, they were open for like 11 more minutes and the doors were all locked. And I'm just standing in the entryway and the girl's looking at me. And then I just had to wait for someone to exit. And I walk in, I was like, you didn't see me there? Like, why didn't you let me in? And she just laughed. And I told the manager, because she just walked up at the same time. I was like, I was trying to get in. And she's like, well, we're closed. I said, no, you're not. You're still open for 10 minutes. She's like, well, I'll talk to her. And then I heard them laughing about it. Oh. And then she got on the overhead and she's like, well, tomorrow we'll be open from 9 to 9:30. So you can shop all day long, as long as you want. I was like, is this it about me? So then I get in line and she's at the register and it's like, step up to 7. I go up to her. She's like, I'm closed. I said, well, isn't this 7? She's like, okay, well, I guess I can take you. And I had on a fur coat. And I don't know, maybe because I'm a 6 foot tall black man in a fur coat. She's like, oh, is it really cold outside? And I didn't catch that at first. And then when I left, I was like, was she coming for my fur coat? And I'm just like, all I wanted to do was go inside and get this little breath stuff from my cat.
Yeah, what did you want? What did you need from Home Goods?
I didn't really need anything, but I ended up buying this little breath refreshing stuff for the cats. But I just wanted to go in and just walk around.
Cat breath mints. You called Home Goods for cat breath mints.
All I want to do was walk
in a fur coat. Now, this is what I'm wondering. So it's clearly late at night, or at least somewhat late because the store is closing, right? So it's like the end of the day for someone. And you got in your car, walked, I don't know where you live or whatever, but like you went to Home Goods in a fur coat, which is lovely, and I fully support that. I fully support that. It wasn't real.
No one attacked me with paint.
Yes, there's no paint coming your way, but I fully support it. Just to get cat breath mints.
No, they're not mints. It's a mouthwash. Where is it?
How the hell is a cat gonna wash his mouth?
It's mouthwash.
You just spray it in its mouth?
You just put, I wish, you just put it in their little water dish. because their breath has been a little fishy lately. Like those
and
little pies.
And you went to Home Goods specifically for that?
No, or did you? I just went just to
Why
go.
is Home Goods selling cat breath or mouthwash?
They have a whole pet section, but I go there a lot just because. It's like my world of wool.
See, I would imagine I would understand if you went for like, I don't know, wine. Like if you were wearing a fur coat, last 10 minutes of a store open, picking up wine.
Yeah.
That's a mental picture I get. I see that. I would fight for that.
Or crackers.
Snacks.
Crackers are better than
and Triscuits with a little cheddar cheese on it. Perfect.
Yes.
That is something you do in a fur coat.
Well,
and you do everything in a fur coat. But
I just was going to be.
I love that you did that. That is extra beyond any level, and I support it fully.
I've been told that I'm a Karen. I mean, I did make Whole Foods give me a $400 gift card, but that's besides the point.
I want to focus on that too. Okay, well, we
I'm
don't
here
have
for
to.
the little
I'm sorry.
people. Okay, I'm here to.
Listen, I can't. As a white person, I don't think I'm qualified or I have the right to call you a Karen. But I will support your self-identification in every way, and I support your extraness.
I did not go in with my hair like this with my Karen bang.
Okay.
Did you have the bang too?
I did not. Jeez. I had on my Golden Girls knit hat that has their faces embroidered in the front of it.
Wow. So you had a fur coat and a Golden Girls hat on.
Had a lot going on. No wonder they were like, why is this person coming in?
My cat needs this mouthwash.
Shout out to Home Goods.
My cat
the lady
needs
was
the mouthwash.
Actually trying to hire me. She's like, would you like to work here? I was like, not with her.
Wait, that same night she asked you to apply for a job there?
No, the district manager, when she called me, because I told her I used to work in retail, and she's like, would you be interested in coming back? I'm like,
I can't. That whole situation is hilarious.
Okay.
Just a little sidebar.
Please never forget that.
This is my claim to fame. But
wreaking havoc at retail stores.
Okay, but at our job, it's a tech company, and I go above and beyond. I help people. I give people credits and everything, so I make up for it.
Yes. It's a tech company?
It is. We do work in tech. What would you call it? It's an app.
Wait,
all right.
This is what you.
I'll let you
guys,
have it.
Okay. I want to ask what you guys do.
We'll talk about it offline.
Okay, good.
But somebody on, because Kay and I recently got promoted, so I'm now on her team.
Oh.
And somebody on our team was like, hey, do you guys know about Goldencon? I'm like, of course we know. Yeah. But apparently they're going to be working there, like with a vendor.
Oh.
So 3 people from our team will be taking off to be at Goldencon.
Yeah, I already took my day off.
People together.
Nice.
So shout out to you. Hey, Sean. Swing
by.
Hi, Sean.
If you're listening. I also, back to the show, I do want to mention Mr. Terrific was going to commit suicide.
It got dark.
And Rose just walks out there and lets him pick her up. Like, he could have killed her. And she's just like, oh, well.
There needs to be
Rose.
more devoted to this buildup, because this scene of not only the confrontation inside the building when Mr. Terrific is found to be out on the ledge, and the woman runs into the studio and says, Mr. Terrific is on the ledge and he's going to jump. He says he's going to jump. Like that woman earned her day rate that day. Like that woman, that actress, God bless. God bless her.
This episode needed a trigger warning. We have sexual harassment, suicide.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I guess Dorothy was his 13th reason, I suppose.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He was ready to give it all away. And I thought in my memory that they fired him to replace him with her, but that's not what happened. They just had some notes and he was just like, oh, well, no notes. I can't take it. I quit. And they just asked her to step up.
As someone who's been around for a hot minute and has received a lot of comments and notes from strangers on the internet, you have to learn to just sort of take the notes and move on.
You're gonna jump off of a ledge?
Yeah,
that seems extreme.
That seems
and Dorothy did not do much to stop her. Your best friend is about to be flung off of a ledge and you're just like, no, Rose, stop.
Rose, I don't know if this part in the series, because this was season 3, which surprised me, because Mr. Terrific is not Golden Girls canon in terms of the best episodes, let's say. And I always assume that the weird episodes, the episodes where they kind of go a little crazy, you know what I mean? Like Dorothy having the Beatles moment, or like the fever dream, or like whatever, those episodes usually come in the end of the series, in seasons 6 and 7. Those are sort of the crazy episode seasons, which I love. Those are very great episodes. Those
are my favorite seasons.
Yeah, I love those seasons. But that said, this episode fits very well within the crazy, because this episode is legitimately crazy. And I was surprised that it's towards the end of it was literally the second to last episode of season 3, which is like a very strong season, a huge season, great episodes in this season. And this episode went a little crazy. And so when she gets to the point when she's a grief counselor, so she knows a thing or two about like talking people off of a ledge, if you will. And so she just goes out there so confidently, like she's going to get this guy off this ledge.
Yeah, I love that she didn't bother to mention her current job. She's like, oh, in St. Olaf, I had training on this.
Yeah.
But I feel like I also, like you said, thought it was way later. Because when I was looking for it on Hulu, I was in like season 4 at the end. I'm like, oh, it must be super late. But this is a lot for season 3.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's very heavy. But again, I don't mind it. I like when the girls get absurd, and this is levels of absurdity beyond anything else, really. It's when actually, you know what? On the next episode of our podcast, what we do out on the lanai, we're watching the Golden Palace right now, and we are just about to do the Christmas episode from the Golden Palace. I don't know if you guys have seen the Christmas episode.
It's also very weird.
It is perhaps one of the weirdest things I have ever seen on television.
Really?
I loved it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I loved it. It's so many great jokes. The writing was great. Everything was great. But it is so weird to the point where you're like, what the hell is going on? How is this happening? And this episode is sort of peak Golden Girls weirdness, and it matches the Christmas episode of the Golden Palace in peak weirdness. Like Rose flies. Like, and then Dorothy going, Rose, no! You're flying. Like, and we're supposed to be surprised by this. Like, I'm so many questions.
Like, I'm used to Rose doing weird stuff, but I feel like Dorothy's response was weird because she's usually the sane one to bring everybody back down to earth.
Yeah.
And for her to just be like, oh, okay, you're flying. And that was it. I was like,
not to question. Also, why aren't they running into the building? Like, to be able to do something like sort of climb off of a building with a wire on you. I feel like if I did that, oh my God, I would be, every time I jumped off the building, I'd be like a Garfield in the back of a car. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't know what to do. Physically, I would not have the ability to do what is needed to fly off of a building and have a wire and jump like Spider-Man and stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific not only does it, he's holding what I presume to be a 160-pound senior citizen with him while he does this. Like,
and I forgot that they mentioned it because I was thinking like she wasn't afraid, even with him being, harnessed up. She wasn't. She's like, oh, I know he's a superhero. He's never. I'm like, okay, come on, Rose. Like,
come on, Rose.
She's still on this superhero thing to the point where it could have killed her.
Sweet.
She's
so sweet and naive.
Which, I mean, it's part of her charm, and I love that. Yeah. But also, this was a very dangerous moment for Miss Rose, and I feel like some safety protocol should have been put in place by Mr. Terrific. And Mr. Terrific, there would be a documentary about him on Netflix about how he's like the next like Tinder swindler or whatever it is. Like, he's the one who puts his dates in dangerous situations for his own fame and money and notoriety. I'm just saying.
Personal gain.
Oh, I think. Oh, wait.
Go overboard to the point where it's almost, dangerous. Like with the Bob Hope thing, that wasn't dangerous, but it's like, Rose, come on. Like, at what point do you separate fiction from reality?
But it's Mr. Bob
and
Hope.
Betty White would always.
Yeah. I mean, Bob Hope.
He's also Mr. Terrific. But Betty White would say, I'm sorry, my cats are harassing me. Betty White would say that Rose is not stupid. She's just naive. Like, that's. When it's dangerous, that's not naive.
Yeah, there are some things that are just stupid, that are just stupid.
Like, this was extra stupid for Rose. Like, she's usually not this dumb. I feel like they all were just kind of weird in this episode. Like, Sophia was kind of weird.
I'm really impressed on how
typically wouldn't care.
How he lifted her up, because I mean, just by looking at him, he has not lifted anything heavier than maybe like a 12-pack of soda in years.
I was trying to watch how that happened, and it's just like he had his hand on her back. Then the next thing, she's in his arms. I'm like, well, how did this happen?
Yeah.
And
green screen.
She was extra naive. Dorothy was. I guess she was her normal self, but like for Blanche, typically she doesn't care about that type of stuff. So the fact that she was so bent out of shape about this bed, usually she's a con artist. Like, look at the hot tub thing. So I don't know. Maybe the writers were just like, let's just do whatever. Who cares?
Well, no, I think I do like the episodes where Blanche goes in sort of an unhinged path. You know what I mean? Like when she has in the chronic fatigue syndrome episode, where sure there's a different storyline happening, but Blanche is writing this like great novel and she's going insane and insomnia is taking over her. Or there are so many examples of Blanche B stories that are intentionally absurd and Blanche is unhinged and is not making great decisions. And I think this is another example of one of those where she's unhinged. She's not making great decisions. She's probably not getting a lot of sleep on that bed thinking about the cops coming for her and having this weird sort of like, you know, mental war of, oh my God, I might get arrested for stealing this bed, but also how hot would it be if a group of men just stormed into my bedroom one night and arrested me and tied me up? Like, she's having these hot flashes, if you will, of trauma over this bed. And so I see it. I think it makes sense. I believe Blanche.
I do like when Blanche freaks out, but I guess I feel like she wouldn't typically care about, you know, hurting this company or whatever. She's not the most moral person typically.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, would Blanche really care?
Remember the rear end episode where she was rearing rich people or rich men to try to go on dates with them?
Right. So that's okay, but you can't keep this bed from
because that's practical. I mean, that is literally like cause and effect. Like that is very literal. You know,
on a mission.
Yeah. So whereas this one is a little bit more like you don't know what's coming around the corner.
Yeah. There's little balls of sunshine in the bag.
Outside her bedroom window. Like, where is their house just like right on the curb? How are people walking right
No, but doesn't she have like a patio outside?
The big ugly man.
So I mean, I think it's changed over this, like to accommodate storylines. It's probably changed. I've read something about that, how they would shift the house around and the bedrooms around, kind of to like accommodate storylines.
Yeah, Rose is the only one that typically her bedroom stayed in the same spot.
Yeah.
Everybody else, because
their
even
bedrooms
Blanche,
are
she
huge.
kept taking that quick right.
Yeah.
Except for Sophia's. All the other bedrooms are huge. And do we ever see Dorothy's? I guess we do. Yes, in the episode.
Stan
with Stan. Oh, that's right, with Stan. You're right, with Stan.
Stan was in there when she was sleeping with Trudy's husband. When she was
Stan in the hurricane.
Yes, you're right. I'm thinking it's different though in the episode where the heater goes out. Wasn't that supposed to be Dorothy's room? That was Sophia's room. Okay.
I think I saw Dorothy's bed in Empty Nest when I was binging it the other day.
Oh, really?
So they love to recycle. They really do over there.
I mean, it was the same studios, right? It was all down here at the Sunset Gowers. We drive every time we go to Chipotle. My boyfriend and I will go to Chipotle in Hollywood or Sunset and Vine. And we always pass the studio where they shot the Golden Girls on the way to get Chipotle.
Iconic.
Yeah. Or to go to FedEx.
Been to see the house? I assume you must have been to see the house.
Oh, yes. I have been to see the house. I also, and then also in Florida, they have in Disney, the studio tour, they show a mock-up of the house as well.
They destroyed
it.
Yeah.
They destroyed it a few years ago.
Oh, in Disney World they did?
I don't know why. Who's in charge of this?
Wow. I didn't know they destroyed. I know the new owners here in Los Angeles, they changed the facade so that you can't see the house anymore from the street.
So now we have nothing, but it's for sale now. So hopefully whoever purchases it, perhaps you will bring it back to its glory. It's only like $3 million.
So let's maybe, get that book out. I'll work on that right now.
Like if all of us Golden Girls super fans can maybe collectively put in, because the houses in my neighborhood are $1 million. So these aren't that great. So for that house to be $3 million, I feel like that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Personally.
I mean,
I don't have it necessarily, but I don't know why they would destroy it, because they had like a whole street of houses from different movies and TV shows, and they just knocked it all down.
Yeah, I don't get why they would do that. I didn't know they did that in Florida. That's so upsetting. I knew the house here was different, but that's so upsetting.
Isn't it? I'm sorry to be the one to break the news to you.
Yeah, because I was going to get upset. I went to Disney World last year and I'm like, I didn't see anything like that.
Oh, yeah. It's like in the part of the it was at least part of the Hollywood Studios thing. And I remember as a kid, I would go on the tour and then I would see the Golden Girls house and I would get so excited thinking it was the actual house, but it wasn't. It was just a mock-up.
And the Empty Nest house was also in that tour.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Disney. Haven't you taken enough from us already?
No. Oh, so upsetting.
I guess if Golden Girls had its resurgence back then that it does now. They probably have a whole ride, but now,
yeah. Well, they used to have at Universal Studios, not in Disney, a Murder She Wrote, not ride, but it was like a making of you get to walk through the making of an episode of television. I think they still have it, but it's a different show now. But when I was a kid, it was Murder She Wrote, and they had the making of Murder She Wrote, and you go through and you do the sound effects and the voiceovers and everything.
That sounds like fun.
I did the wind. I shook a thing and it was the wind. Yeah.
If anybody's listening from Disney, you're missing out on some real potential money. Like we had the Office experience and then the Friends experience. Why is there no Golden Girls experience?
Well, I will tell you, having had a meeting with the people who manage the brand of the Golden Girls for Buena Vista, they're very aware of the amount of money that they can make from the Golden Girls, and they're trying all kinds of ways to make all kinds of money from the Golden Girls. They are doing crazy things.
Well,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
I want more of it. Sometimes I'm like, maybe don't license everything.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, some stuff like, I guess I'm a snob, but I prefer the official licensed merchandise.
Yeah, same.
And a lot of it is really ridiculous, but I have it anyway.
Yeah.
So literally anything they make, people will buy.
Yeah,
I have a Golden Girl stocks right now.
Yeah.
So
wow, you are committed. I don't actually wear a lot of the Golden Girl stuff. I get sent a lot of it, but I don't. I tend to be on all black. That's just who I am. I just don't.
It's very fitting. I like.
Yeah,
very Sophia in mourning.
It is, and that is very much me. I mean, my drag is very different. I don't do that in drag, but in my life, I tend to be no logos, just very all black.
Yeah, unless you're gonna pay me, I'm not putting the logo.
Thank you. And even then,
just say Kmart on my nightgown.
Even then, I say no to it. I did a BuzzFeed photo once or video once, and they wanted me to wear some shirt, and I was like, no. I'm not doing that.
You're quite the mover and the shaker. You are talking all the big wigs. You were just talking to Patrick Stewart. This is
I was
for us to be right. After Patrick Stewart, Kay, I felt
that was a part of this new thing I'm doing. So I'm a sort of an editor at large sort of thing for Newsweek, and so I do celebrity interviews for Newsweek. And so Patrick Stewart was one of the ones on the new podcast that I do for Newsweek called Parting Shot.
What don't you do?
I know. What don't I do is a lot of things. I don't know.
You were on Jimmy Kimmel because of your tattoo.
Yeah. I try to stay busy and try to get things done and then pay rent as well, which is very important.
Yeah.
The rent part is very important. Yes. Yeah, but no, check out the podcast. It's lots of fun. We had Renee Zellweger on. Craig Robinson is coming on next week. Oh God, lots of people. I can't even. Lots of people. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. This is amazing. I feel so honored.
Yeah, I'm on to LA, Kay.
No.
Can we visit? I want to come visit.
You can definitely come visit, but do not do this. You guys are doing. I love when we started the Out on the Lanai podcast in 2014. Carrie and I, my co-host Carrie, we said to each other. I told her at least because I was not very keen on doing a podcast. I was like, I want to be the only one doing a Golden Girls podcast. Now this was when podcasts really weren't like everywhere
popular.
Yeah, and so. For like 6 months, we were the only ones, and then people started doing and what I've found over the years is that I love all of the people doing all of the Golden Girls podcasts because it brings what I love about the Golden Girls community is it brings all these different types of voices together and different perspectives and different age ranges and all of these things to sort of put their own spin on the Golden Girls and how everyone takes, and that's what's so amazing about it is that we all have something in common, yet we're all so different. And I love that. And it's sort of it's a nice little community that people can find, lots of different places to find their own little Golden Girls community. So people who maybe hate our podcast, love your podcast, or who hate, I don't know, I'm thinking of Enough Wicker, they can come to our podcast, or if they hate ours, they can go to Enough Wicker. So it's a nice, sort of domino effect of there's something for everyone in the Golden Girls world out there.
Definitely.
Very well put.
And I feel like originally I was like, I don't want to do one. What can I say everybody else hasn't already said? But
you love the Golden Girls. Look at your. Can I curse? Can I say it? Can I curse?
Fuck.
Okay, fuck. Look at your fucking wall behind you. I mean,
it's more than
it's
wall.
ridiculous.
It's like a whole.
It's insane.
What else would you do if you didn't do a podcast about the Golden Girls? And what room are you in? Is this the room that you're in a lot? Is this your office?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I wish my husband didn't have to use half of it because that would also be Golden Girls.
His side
It's
like
insane.
Cheers or something. What's his side?
It's makeup and stuff because he is really into that.
Nice.
But when we get a house, I will have a Golden Girls room. I am going to be buying a love seat. They're like $9,000. I think
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yes.
Like their couch, that's my investment.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it just overtook my life. I have this picture of me on the wall of me at like 12 in front of my homemade Golden Girls posters on construction.
Oh my
paper.
God. Yeah.
And
what else would you do if you didn't do a Golden? That would be so weird if you did any other podcast other than a Golden Girls podcast.
I mean, I love TV in general, so there's plenty of shows I'm obsessed with, but probably not to this degree.
Yeah, I don't see any other shows on your wall. I only see Golden Girls.
Not.
I don't have a Desperate Housewives shrine or anything. Will and Grace,
I did like Desperate Housewives. I did love Will
I
and
do
Grace
think
too.
that there's endless topics. Like we don't have to just go down the list of episodes. Like we can just have a whole episode talking about the times that they wanted to move out. Like there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
That's what makes it great. Other shows, you don't really have as many places to go. So you can only review the episode.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
That's what I love about it. And I'm excited.
And there's always something new to talk about. And it's there's always, I mean, what we're finding is that, sometimes like things don't necessarily age so well from when they were originally on television. And so it's kind of nice to, instead of just like canceling the episode or saying, we have to get rid of this episode, we can put some context to it and explain. And it's nice. I think it gives longevity to a show and hopefully inspires others to sort of see it in a different light.
I think so.
Yeah.
And were it to be on today or whatever, I'm sure a lot of things would be different. And, they wouldn't do it the same, but it's in a vacuum. It's in a certain era. And I'm okay with that. I can live with that,
How would you all feel about a Golden Girls reboot?
Well,
I would actors from today did it.
I have talked about this, and I think it would. There's a lot of actors I would want in it. However, there's one.
Cast it.
There's one that I think has to be in it. 1,000%. She would be the perfect Rose, Loretta Devine. I want Loretta Devine in a reboot.
I think Loretta Devine
as Rose.
That would be cute.
That's all I want. I just need that.
That would be cute.
Yeah. I also think Allison Janney would be a good Dorothy.
Her or Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch would be great.
What is her name? Is it Alexandra? Is it Billings? She's like a
activist. Yes, she's great.
Is that her name?
Yes.
I think she could be a good Dorothy.
Yeah.
She was on the Connors, and her character was very
good.
Dorothy-esque.
Yeah.
On there. I know people are like, no, don't ruin it. I love any and all reboots, even if they're terrible. I watched the Brady Bunch in the White House.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
Yeah.
I'll watch anything.
I think this show is like ripe for a reboot in that it is. And particularly a reboot that isn't just sort of, because a lot of times when they do reboots, I was talking to someone about this recently. When you talk to some fans of the Golden Girls, they instantly think it's just sort of a white show. They just think, this is a white cast, it's a white show. You have to reboot it with only white actors. And I actually think Golden Girls is a perfect opportunity, like what they did with so many different things. What they're doing, they're diversifying the reboots of the cast so that it can be reflected or seen in different lights. And I think this show, Golden Girls, is perfect for that, because think about it, like, would these four women actually live together? B. Arthur talked about that in interviews when the show was on a lot. She was like, what makes this show work is that it would never happen in real life. Like, these four women would not live together, whereas like
I can see that.
I could see like a diverse cast coming together, living together, sort of like a living single situation where maybe they have a different type of living setup, but the storyline is very similar. You know what I mean? Like maybe someone lives in a different part of the building or apartment or whatever it is. And I could see it working in that way and having like a really awesome different type of show.
Well, I would like Hollywood. What are you waiting on?
Well, I'm waiting on a lot of things: money, checks, meetings.
You know a lot of
connections.
People.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, maybe someone's listening. They can greenlight that project. And actually, you guys should write it. I'll just help. Don't you guys write it?
I did go to school.
Barry, you should write it.
Yeah, go ahead, write it, please. Write that spec.
You should absolutely write it and cast it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be. We're gonna be performing that live at Goldencon.
Just text me. I'll punch up the jokes. That's what I'm better at. I don't need to write it. You write it. You create it. You make the money.
Well, I will be dressed up, so maybe I'll slip into character.
What are you gonna come dressed up as?
I'll have to say offline.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it offline.
Oh.
Everything's offline.
There's so much that the listeners are like, oh wow.
Come to Goldencon if you want to see.
Yeah, you can see. I'm gonna have 2 different looks. So,
well, I'm gonna one up you. I'm gonna have 3.
Yeah, one day I'm just gonna be my regular self, just so they can see this face.
Yeah.
But the other 2 days I will be dressed up. But let us not.
I'm gonna be myself all the
talking for
time.
like an hour here. And actually, while we were talking, I had to get my my wallet because it's like, you better upgrade or we're gonna cut you off. So I was like, well, I'm paying for full time Zoom.
Oh, wow.
Feel free to give me half K if you want, but
I probably won't.
That's fine. That's fine. But I will let you go. But I do want to say it'll be exciting to meet you and Nick Browning and I'm blanking on your name, but B. Arthur's personal assistant.
Yes.
So many people that are like, oh, we got to meet. I made sure to even get a room that has a living room in case I'm going to have a little cocktail hour and have a beauty party. You know, if anybody
we should. Or our lanai, our imaginary lanai.
Why not? Like, we got to have like a big meetup thing and do like, I don't know.
Oh, we'll definitely be seeing each other there for sure. You know? Yeah. I don't know what I'll be doing. I know I'll be doing a lot with Elliot, my buddy who does also on the podcast a lot. And we'll be, I think, doing Q&As and stuff. I'm not sure though. I don't
know what I want to do. I feel like I want to just run up to people and shove a camera in their face and ask them questions like trivia and then throw confetti and run away.
Right. How many kids did Dorothy have? Answer now. You got 2 seconds.
I'm going to be there like all day, like 12 hours a day, every day. So I want to make it worthwhile.
That's amazing. I love that. Well, I can't wait to meet you guys there, and anyone listening too. Come say hi.
Yeah, feel free to run up to me. Just announce yourself so I don't get scared.
Don't run up to me. Yeah. I can't.
Don't run up to Kay. She's packing. Stable Mabel here will blow your head off.
I mean,
don't run up to me.
Really, don't run up to me. I will be.
Announce yourself. Say, hey, I'm coming.
I will be wearing big hair and big heels and a big outfit. So if you do run up to me, there's a chance you're probably gonna miss me and just run right past. There's so much body that you're probably gonna.
It takes a lot to be fabulous.
It does. It does. And it's also very easy to knock me over. So maybe don't run up to me, you know? Yes.
Well, maybe I can get some tips from you on where to find some good shoes.
I can.
In a size 12.
That's my size, so I can tell you that. Yes.
Because I'm struggling here. I'm like, I want to stay true to character, but I don't know where I can find some shoes.
I got you. I'll get you that hookup. Offline.
Well, yeah, offline for sure. That's the word of the day.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us.
And yes, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Come back anytime.
Bring your friends.
Bring Patrick Stewart and Renee Zellweger if you would like to. You know, if they're not doing
I'll text them.
Okay.
Wow, he can text them.
No,
I'm just really
impressed.
I
can't.
Oh, it was a joke. I'm just like, I'm so impressed by this.
That's fine. My husband's best friend is an actor, and he's like, when I blow up, I'm gonna have a compound. Like, I will be there. He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm waiting. I will be there. I'm ready. So we might be neighbors.
I love it.
But tell everybody where they can follow you and find you.
Yeah, you can follow Sadie Pines on everything, spelled just Sadie Pines, and H. Allen Scott on everything with an ALAN. Not the people want to do that whole 2L thing, the ALLEN thing. And I'm like, that's a last name. I'm H. Allen Scott. Anyway, yeah.
And you know it's him because he's verified. I don't think I've ever talked to anyone with a verified.
Okay.
Well, here we are. Hello. Welcome.
I feel so honored to be here with you. I just love him. I love you.
No, I am honored to be here with both of you. It's going to be so much fun to see you in Chicago, my old stomping ground. Yes. And I just can't wait to be in the city and be around all the Golden Girls fans and have so much fun, but also have us be connected and have people run up to us, not run up to us, gently walk up to us, announce themselves, and we can meet with all the lovely people listening.
Have them sashay ever so gracefully up to us.
Yes. And
if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, everybody.
Yeah, go buy tickets.
And as Blanche would say, I just hope I don't get murdered. So, as I always say, on every episode, thank you.
Thank you for being a friend.
Wow. In front of H. Allen. To all you image consultants, OK Petunias, and fancy men out there, don't forget to follow So Good We Named It on Instagram and Twitter at So Good We Named It. And check us out at the very first Golden Girls Convention, Goldencon, in Chicago, April 22nd through 24th. Go to thankyouforbeingafan.com for more information. And as always, thank you for being a friend. So thank you. This is the show. Y'all about to listen to this and get into it, honey. What is this? So Good We Named It. And it's about to be real good. So check it out and listen. And you will love it. And it'll be your favorite. And you're going to have a good time. So, sure. That's what we do over here. I don't know about you. This is what I'm doing. So, thank you. Thank you for listening. I really do appreciate that. Okay. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Thank you for listening to So Good.
You didn't even do the test first.
We don't need a test. If it's meant to be, it will be. Okay?
What if we sit here and don't record nothing?
Well, then that's the Lord telling you that we're doing too much. So, anyway, may I continue, Commandant? Okay.
Sorry, go
ahead. Welcome to So Good We Named It, the first Golden Girls or Golden Palace podcast, and to my knowledge, the first Golden Girls or I was doing so
or well. Golden Palace podcast
with Black host.
I am your
period, boo. Period. Who gonna be a Goldencon? Who the fuck is gonna be a Goldencon?
I am your co-host, Kay, along with my co-host,
that's right.
Barrett.
How you doing? Anyway.
If you cannot tell, this is 420.
I'm just celebrating. It's the American thing to do. I'm stimulating the economy.
And we decided to do a 420 episode.
Yeah.
And so, if you can't already tell, we're a little high.
This is going to be a long-ass episode. Shit.
It is legal here. Recreational marijuana is legal in Illinois.
In case you're a narc. Or what's that? A op? Yeah, if you ops out there and you bodines, we know.
Ooh. And today we'll actually be reviewing a Golden Girls.
Oh
episode.
yeah. We're not just here to chat it up. We do got stuff to talk about, but we're gonna be a Goldencon. That's exciting. It's very exciting. We should do all of that high. Talk to Barbara Thorndike.
Absolutely not. We're going to be at Goldencon this weekend, April 22nd until the 24th. If you have not gotten your tickets,
plug
you can
it.
Go to thank you for being a fan.com.
I posted that shit everywhere at work. Ticket. All over our job. I was posting the hell out that shit. I don't give a fuck. Y'all gonna see this today. I should have did an ad here.
You should have. Get your Goldencon tickets. We will be there live and in color. Haha, that was a pun. Hosting a few events, fun stuff. So come see us.
Exciting times. Come up and say hey, and you'll see me, and I'm gonna be there.
You'll see me.
Yep. Oh, we were talking about the show. So
yes, Golden Girls.
Jesus. Okay.
We watched Henny Penny today.
Isn't it Henny Penny No Chaser?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So, it took
Straight
me forever.
No Chaser, yeah.
Yeah, neither one of us knew what the fuck it was, clearly. We all know what it is, shit. Anyway, so classy. This is who they hired to have on the show. Are. Yeah, take it or leave it.
This is who we've become.
Is this who we are? Is this what we represent?
We watched Season 6, Episode 26, Henny Penny Straight No Chaser.
Season finale. Wow.
Where Dorothy was the producer for the play at the school.
Who she thinks
and
she
the kids got the measles.
Shit.
And the kids got the measles, and the girls had to put on the production of Henny.
Anti-vaxxers. There's a measles shot. So why do they have it? Are they anti-vaxxers? Tonight,
the same reason why people didn't want the COVID shot.
So it took me forever to send you the Zoom link. I ended up sending you my notes, and then I thought I had to send it to myself to send to you because I couldn't remember the password. So I sent it through like 3 emails, like from one to the next. It was a team effort. And then I checked one of them. I was about to resend it. It was not the link to Zoom. It was a link to some pornography. Not appropriate. Not appropriate. And
this is completely inappropriate. I was going to ask you what category do you watch, but that's probably completely inappropriate for this show.
Golden Girls parodies. They're doing a lot on that lanai, let me tell you. So, let me look at my notes here. My little
I
notes.
also replied back to your email with my notes too.
Oh, notes on notes. And our notes looked pretty similar.
Yeah.
So who you want to do first? Yours or mine?
We could just start at the top because they're pretty much the same. My first note says big old cod pieces.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is a cod piece?
Did you check the book?
I don't think that would be in Matt Browning's. What is it called? That one is purple. So I don't think that would be in there because it's not a cultural reference.
I don't know what that is though.
I guess it's the armor that goes over the crotch. So maybe she's saying the bigger the dick, the bigger the cod piece. That made me want some fish though, like fish fillet.
Mm-hmm.
I get the
Give
fish
me
fillet.
back that fillet fish. Give me that fish.
I remember that shit.
Give me back. You remember that shit that McDonald's
just brought that out of my memory. Wow. But when they have on there what type of fish it is, it doesn't matter. It all tastes the same except salmon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, white wine with
it might be plankton fish.
Is that bad?
I don't know.
Oh, like
plankton. I wouldn't eat no plankton fish. I only like catfish or salmon.
That would be really good right now.
And seafood, I like seafood, but as far as fish, catfish or salmon are my two go-tos.
That would be really good right now.
Fillets specifically.
What are we gonna eat at Goldencon? Is there food?
Okay, because I like to eat.
I guess
need to know.
There's a Bubba Gump shrimp at Navy Pier. Maybe we can go get some seafood there.
Yeah, let's do that. We can have a little meet and greet or something at the Bubblegum Shrimp.
But we're not paying.
Nah, we're not paying. Let's make that clear. We're going to get us something to eat, and y'all can come sit down and eat with us.
Separate checks, please. Right. Because ain't nobody got time for that.
Separate checks. What's your next note?
What type of fucking events is Blanche in charge of at spring break? Talking about wet t-shirts. Like, where is this sanctioned? She probably needed a permit for that, too. She don't need a hot tub.
Who finna be in a wet t-shirt contest? Huh? She just hosted. She wild as hell. Girls Gone Wild. Remember that shit that came on late at night in the 90s? Girls Gone Wild. They had all them Caucasian women with their titties out. With
they're
their little
drunk.
White man.
They're on spring break and they're ready to have some fun. For $19.99 plus shipping and handling. Shit. Why shipping and handling? Why are those two separate fees?
Okay, I swear to God.
What is handling? Exactly you just picking it up?
Yeah, handling it, like putting it in a package and shit. Then shipping.
I wish that's what I did for a living.
Shipping and handling?
Yeah, they make a lot, clearly. I thought the same when Dorothy was telling her story and she was like, well, I'll be happy for you. That's all you got. Before she said, I was like, damn. Like,
that was a little fucked up.
It's not that fucking exciting.
This is all you have, Dorothy, so I'll be happy.
But I was thinking that too.
Though.
Like, damn.
It's a fucking kid's play. It's not like.
Get a fucking life. Not to drag my good sis Dorothy, because I live for Mother Sabornak, darling.
Okay.
But
however,
also Dorothy changes her cups in the scene, and it wasn't just a matter of them refilming it. When they cut to the larger shot, she had both cups. Is she double fisting?
Maybe she had some brown liquor in one of them.
Doing? 68. I'm really
68.
parched. I'm parched as hell.
I'm thirsty too. How old is she really? That was my other note.
I believe Rue McClanahan was 49 when the Golden
I know,
Girls
but how
started.
old is her? It's Blanche.
We have figured it out because her mother was saying something happened in 1947 when she visited her in the home, and she said how old she was. So it's out there. Google it. Is there really somebody named Chugger?
I don't know.
Like that was some guy she mentioned. I've never heard the name Chugger. I don't like that. It sounds too close to other stuff. I remember in the old days they did have the newspaper come out twice a day. Is that still a thing?
I don't know, child. I don't read no newspaper. I didn't get that old where I want to sit out on my porch and read the newspaper.
I used to do the little crosswords. Now I read my comics every day.
I would read the comics now. On Sunday, I would read the comics and get the coupon books out.
You got to read it the whole week. They were continuing stories like Another World, such as Brenda Starr and Dick Tracy. So you only got half the story.
Papers on Sunday for a quarter at the Man on the Corner on our way to church.
Oh, well, let me catch you up on Apartment 3G. So it's later that same day.
Shit.
And, my note on here says I'm zoomed as fuck. That should say zooted. so I was zoomed as fuck. Come on and zoom. Dorothy looked like Grimace with a bow on with that first outfit.
But wait. You talking about when she was turkey lurkey?
No, the first outfit in the first scene, she had on like a purple.
Oh yeah, she loves some fucking purple, some Mardi Gras looking ass shit. But before we get to that, I was saying, damn, is chess by mail still a thing?
Was it ever a thing? That sounds like a slow ass game. Shit.
It is though. But that sounds like I want to do it. And I saw this other thing on TikTok where they was writing to the prisoners in jail. I thought I don't want to do that though. But
yeah, because then you might fall in love.
I've fallen in love already. But he's not. He hasn't been in jail.
How you know? Did you do a background check?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one. See what I find.
You should. Let's see.
So, this is one of the few episodes I can think of where there was an A, B, and C story. Usually it's just A and B. There was a lot going on.
Wait a minute. What was the B story? The chess game with Sophia?
Blanche being dead, and then the chess game was the C story.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. They should do that more often.
Kept me on my toes.
Yep, it did. I don't know why I wrote any mail. Oh, because Sophia, that was funny as fuck.
Forgetting shit. I forget nothing. So, did we get any mail today?
She's so crazy. I also noted, where the fuck is Rose? Like, we don't see her for a long ass time. It was 5 minutes and 43 seconds before we saw Rose.
Damn, you was calculated.
Hell yeah. Like, where the hell is she at? And then she funny as fuck too. You good?
I gotta stop smoking.
You good, fam?
I hit it too hard that time.
So, listeners, as she chokes to death, I'm still going to Goldencon, period. This is her last wish. Shit. But,
I'm good now.
I was working in my office, and I heard some coughing. I was like, damn, they must got some good shit. And they just kept coughing. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I looked outside the window. Do. Oh, my God, Leo. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
And there was this kid peeing. So then I looked right directly, because he was at the across the alley. I looked right directly beneath my window, and it was some more kids. And I took the window up like Pearl from 227, and I was like, "What y'all doing out here?" And then they looked all scared. No, nothing. I was like, "Well, it seems y'all smoking some marijuana." And then they ran off. And then I called the school.
That'll tell.
They don't need to be doing it. They're gonna ruin their lives.
Maybe so your life is ruined because you smoke?
Yes.
Because you get no, it's not.
I don't want them to end up like me. They have a chance.
I have a wonderful life.
Nah,
I just,
it's the drugs.
Get a little high sometimes.
You think you do because you high. As soon as this shit wear off, you're going to be like, oh my God, Leah, what the fuck?
Oh my God, Leah.
What if that was, oh my God, what if that's the case and we just don't know? Because we're always high, so we don't know the truth.
Who is always? Hold on.
You be high. Who is
always? Not always. Not always. Not at work. But more recently a little bit, but not all the time. Mine
did start to kick in towards the end. I was like, ooh, let's hurry this 15 minutes up. That felt like 2 hours. But,
Tab be moving slow than a fuck.
Yeah. She says she played a hand in the past.
Who played a hand in the
Rose.
past?
What kind of... Damn, I got a whole lot more notes. This is going to be like 4 hours. Where was she playing a hand?
She said in theater.
Yeah, but what was she... Oh, she did say that. Yeah. That's funny.
And remember Rose said she lived in a burning house.
That didn't come up yet. Are yours not in order?
They is in order.
But yeah, that was funny too. Warm
but
and
how
toasty.
long was the house burning?
Maybe it was a slow fire.
Damn.
She's so silly. I was really cracking up at that part. Man, he was talking shit. That's my husband. He don't listen to the show, so he ain't gonna hear that I said it anyway.
When she said the house was burning down.
Yeah. And then that also made me laugh when she said, great, I'll set the oven from 425.
425.
She is so crazy.
I'm your chicken.
So Dorothy had a lot of nicknames, Moose and Turkey Lurkey. And she rude as fuck talking about that's what we called you at the PTA. She be roasting the fuck out of her.
Gia, shit was funny as hell. So that's what they used to call you, damn turkey lurkey.
She stay with her foot on her fucking neck. God damn. It's iconic. What's my next one? Oh, they forgot about the play at the picnic. They didn't mention that. Talking about their experience, with
what picnic?
I want you to take me, Biff. That one.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Guess they forgot.
That wasn't before this.
It was like because would think they would mention that, like, oh, we played nuns. Oh, we were cats. Oh, we did the Two Merry Widows.
Yeah.
What else?
I said Rose was hella dramatic for not wanting to do.
I put that in my notes too. Like that was doing too much. I put Rose being dramatic as fuck over the chicken on her Republican shit.
Okay.
Like that's how they do like with Disney World and shit right now.
Yeah.
Like she was just being so extreme over something not that serious. Okay, so it didn't record everything. It stopped at when we were talking about Rose being dramatic as fuck, acting like a Republican.
I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah, that's a lot. We skipped a lot. Y'all missed a lot, but it's probably for the best because we sounded very insane, especially Kay.
Don't especially me.
Yep. So I don't remember what was in here. Too bad. It was some good stuff. I had a whole song about Captain Crunch. So I'm gonna shoot through my.
Recording?
I don't know why it stopped. I don't know. That was Jesus. Jesus said, "Nah, y'all doing too much." Okay, so I'm gonna go through mine real quick because I got my high wore off now. I'm fine now. So obviously, I'm gonna just go through mine real quick. Even though we're not gonna have all the same commentary that we had the first time, it doesn't matter because we're here now together, and it's what's meant to be on 4/20/2022. And 4 goes into 2. 2 divided by 4 is 2. Okay, so you already know. You already know. So, yeah, Rose is acting like these Republicans act about Disney with this damn chicken. It's not even that serious. And then Ganilla gets a catalog, which I thought said cantaloupe when we recorded it before. Those are nice melons. Well, thank you. Is that where she got her daughter's name from, this story? And then Dorothy was rude as fuck, slamming the door in that guy's face. No tip or nothing, Jesus. Dust to the Devereaux death. Even Mel Bushman dusted her the fuck down. And like Sophia, I find it relaxing to aggravate people. It's not because I'm high, okay? That's not it. And Sophia was tipping through in them boots, honey. Yes, Miss Thing, giving me Puss in Boots. And then Betty in this chicken outfit was giving me an existentialist crisis. But Kay said, "Come on, legs." And then Sophia was dragging them again, talking about being popular safely. And then Why Turkey Lurkey got a suit on looking like Paula Poundstone, who can come on the show. Y'all missed a whole story about how I used to reenact episodes of Match Game with my action figures. Too bad it didn't record. I'm just going to keep talking about what you missed and make you feel bad for missing it. Anyway, Dorothy in these boots. And I don't know if this recorded, but Mrs. Swacker, the old substitute teacher, if you're listening, you were rude as a kid when I was a kid. You're probably rude now. And you look like Viola Swamp from Miss Nelson is Missing, the cherished childhood book. Tying it back in. Just like Paula Poundstone was on Match Game with Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Family with Betty and Rue. Okay, we're on par here. Paula Poundstone dresses like the wolf from the Paula Abdul video, so we're moving on. So, Dorothy was yelling while she was singing, and Dorothy in them damn boots. Were they wedges? Because if they were, come on, wedges.
They was flat.
Damn, why she gotta be self-based? And that's fucking rude. They were killing me with this shuffle that we're gonna do a Goldencon on stage with the actress that played Barbara Thorndike. I believe her name is Barbara Berry. And then Dorothy's turkey-like neck, as they called it before. That was funny, the way she kept moving her neck. Why was the fox dressed like he was horseback riding or a jockey? I don't know. Love Dorothy's legs. I don't remember if I said that. Have I said that like 3 times?
I like Blanche's and Rose's legs.
Oh, that's to Dorothy's legs.
I couldn't really see her.
The idea, they were pretty dark. The idea of Sophia playing spades really cracks me up. Because in the Black community, that is quite a big part of our fellowshipping, for those of you that didn't know.
Yes,
Dorothy was really feeling herself from that review like it was from the New York Times, which was sad that she was that excited.
Rose said that. I mean, Blanche said that was all that she had, so she was gonna let her be great.
No, she said that earlier.
Yeah, I know.
I guess it carries over. And the kids really get this excited about reading. And then we were talking about how in the future I'm gonna listen to this episode because I predicted something, but I guess it wasn't meant to get out. The world said no, so you'll have to see in 50 years. But kids don't get that excited about reading. I don't think. She's lying.
No, not off that play.
Right, it wasn't all of that. You're not fab like that, Dorothy, to be doing all of that. Learn your place, earn your spot. But anyway, I'm so glad that we were able to redo. What? What?
I didn't get to say my notes.
Oh, you had notes. Where are you? I can't see you.
Don't do that. You know I had notes.
I would never do that.
I mean, it was basically the same ones that you said.
But
my last comment was not Blanche wearing that chicken suit to the bar.
Yeah, she nasty. She be on that weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
But don't we all?
You know.
So let us know if you want us to get high and do another episode, or if you're gonna be like, the fuck is that shit? Don't do that no more. You wasting my time.
I really feel like the part that got cut off was like the best part.
It was. It really was. But it wasn't meant to be.
Right.
You mustn't live in the past, Kay. You must live in the now, the present, because life is a gift. Yeah, I made that. But it's got dark. But I was saying earlier,
we're very excited about Goldencon.
Yeah, that too. And then, I was just saying before when we recorded that I'm not editing this, okay? Mm-hmm. Y'all will be doing good to get that little, check us out at thank you for being a fan and thank you for listening. Now, you've been with the little music, you'll be doing good to get that. So I'm going to do it. We were talking about we might go out for seafood. I think it did, but let's reiterate, we're not paying for that.
Bubblegum shrimp.
We're not paying for that, okay?
I feel like that's when it cut off last time because then you do that before.
Let me look at the notes. Why are we talking about seafood in the first place?
Because we were talking about Goldencon at Navy Pier.
And I said, what am I going to eat?
At Goldencon.
Yeah. Because, I have celiac. So, just saying. But anyway, thanks for listening, everyone. We really appreciate, on a serious note, previously on So Good We Named It. I was doing well. I should have stopped while I was ahead.
But we're here now, so come on.
All the shrimp you can eat. We appreciate you all listening because we just were doing some little fun shit or whatever. And to actually have people that listen to us and support us and like what we do, it really means a lot. And if I could give you all hugs, some of you I would. I mean,
accurate.
If you musty, maybe not.
No, tomatoes.
I'm a little musty right now, so.
Wow. Didn't take a bath today.
It's really hot in here because I cranked the heat up to 76, so I was sweating.
Did you take a bath last night?
Is this a quiz?
No, because you talking about you musty.
Because it's hot.
Take a bath. But
somebody,
you can sweat. That don't mean you got to stink, though.
Somebody at work they were posting talking about some quiz or something that they're asking us, and it was asking how many times you bathe a week. Why are they asking that? Did you make that quiz?
7 to 10 times.
But why are they asking that?
I don't know.
That seems
because I know
personal.
We had some hygiene problem people when we were at the office, but they didn't take baths.
Just smelling like a tomato isn't necessarily bad. But thank you.
About this
I thought somebody was breaking in. I was about to scream. But it's just one of your kids. How unprofessional to have her child just enter the room while we're recording. See, I'm going to have to recast because I got to have somebody that is going to be professional with us and clearly Hello, welcome
You
back.
better shut the hell up.
What? Welcome back. We were
You
just.
ain't even hear him, and I caught it right on time. So don't you do me.
I mean.
Don't you do it. I
I'm
know where
just
you
saying.
live.
I'll move. So.
And I'll find you.
Wow. Threats. The So Good We Named It Dateline NBC special coming soon. Anyway, my hand really hurts. Ow.
My hand. Take my strong hand.
So I talked to one of our bosses today, and she's the one that responded when I said I needed to step away because I cut my hand.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, and we were on video.
How is this relevant?
Hell, So Good We Named it. I mean, now what is that other one? Enough Wicker. They're always talking about working at a museum and meeting their cousins as senior frogs. This is just what we do. This is what everybody does. It's the thing, you know.
Oh, okay.
So what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I told her I cut my hand. So then when she talked to me today on video, she's like, oh, how was your hand? Probably because I have this brace on. But this is just from some self-diagnosed carpal tunnel. But she doesn't need to know that. And I had mentioned to her that I cut it on the cheese grater. But I probably shouldn't have said that because why do they need to know I'm cutting cheese on the clock? Not like farting, but like, you know, cutting cheese for real. Remember people used to say that? Who cut the cheese? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, because some cheese be funky as hell. Like,
does cutting cheese actually make it smell more?
Yeah, because when it's just sitting there solid, you can't really smell it.
Solid as a rock.
Right.
But it's not really solid. Cheese is always going to be cut. Think about that.
Like before you cut it, just like an onion, right? An onion is cool, but once you cut the onion, that's when it releases whatever.
But all cheese is cut. There's no cheese that's like the
Some
cheese.
Some cheese comes in like a brick, though.
But it had to be like cut from somewhere.
Cheese, but that's like gourmet cheese. They make it, and it's like.
But they had to cut it from somewhere.
Okay, I don't want to.
So who's like the mothership cheese that is like the cheese of all cheese?
The cheese and they form it.
Mm-hmm.
Like gourmet cheese, they make the cheese.
They form it. What? Well, why don't they have it in multiple shapes? Why is it always a block or a little? What is that? A wheel.
Circle, a square.
Why can't it be? Well, if they cut it, maybe it's triangle. Why can't they make it in shapes? Why can't there be heart shape?
They do make gourmet cheese in shape.
I guess I'm just not luxurious enough, so I don't know what the fuck they have because I'm a peasant. So everybody out there eating your shape-shifting cheese, enjoy. But anyway, signing off on a very sad situation. Okay, anyway, everybody. Thank you for listening. We like y'all. No, you're not going to do that to me. Not this time. Not now. I say that every episode. Thank you for listening and thank you for being a friend, okay?
All right.
Thank you. Shit. No respect, I tell you. No respect. Oh, we're going to be at Goldencon. And go see that April 22nd to 24th at Navy Pier. And if you ain't got your tickets already, then I guess your ass. I had to start recording again just to let them know that when we stop recording, she talking about eating cereal with water. That's disgusting.
Why did you feel like you had to go back on air to say that?
Because you're trying to justify it. I could see
because
if you were.
I didn't have any more milk.
Then you don't need to have cereal.
But it wasn't bad though.
That is nasty.
Have you tasted it?
No, and I won't.
Okay, so how can you say something is nasty if you haven't tasted it?
I mean...
I used a bottle of my alkaline water that was in the refrigerator.
That is some sick shit.
It was not bad, though. It was not bad, actually.
Wow, you think you know somebody.
Whatever, I ran out of milk. There's the same thing as somebody use like 1% milk, you basically using water. Basically. Like, it's so cut. That is basically
cutting cheese, cutting milk, anything to push your agenda. Why are you so anti-dairy? That's the real question.
Because why, as mammals, are we drinking another mammal's milk?
Because it's good. I mean, I don't drink that shit. I drink almond milk, which is bad for the environment. So hold your letters, okay? Don't write me about that.
Almond milk or soy milk.
Or water, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I drink water daily, but as far as milk, I like soy milk or almond milk.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's real sad.
Or lactose-free milk. It's really delicious.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, you all, thanks for listening. and pray
And
for
like
Kay.
I always say, again, thank you for being a friend.
I'm gonna let you have it, because if you over there going through it like that, you need to get it. Shit.